Hi guys, welcome once again to our channel, that is Learn It Up with Amit Singh. So let's start our new chapter, that is Cell, the structural and functional unit of life, part 3. So in the part 1 and part 2 already we have discussed all the function of the cell organelles, what is cell and what are all the things. So you can check my video at part 2. So in part 3 we are going to discuss more about the cell organelles that we might not have discussed in the previous chapter or previous class. So let's start our class. And one thing I would like to say once again, that you please suggest all your companions or all your colleagues to subscribe our channel, that is Learn It Up. You can get more and more amount of study videos. We are working hard on our editing section, and all our editors and all the crew members were working hard to bring you the latest model of video and slides. So let's start our chapter, that is we'll start from plastids. Okay, so plastid is what? Plastid are common type of chloroplast. Okay, plastids have common types of chloroplast that contains green colored pigment called as chlorophyll. You might be well known that chlorophyll is a green colored pigment that is present in the surface of the leaves, or which makes the leaf seen in green in color. Okay, so it makes the leaf to be green in color. We see the leaves that are green in color, that is due to the presence of chloroplast or pigment called as chlorophyll. So remember, chlorophyll is a green colored pigment. Okay, plastid is only present in plant cell. Remember this, that plastid is only present in plant cell, and it is a double membrane structure. Okay, plastid is a double membrane structure containing DNA. Okay, disc like structures called thylakoids contain chloroplast or chlorophyll. Okay, you can see there disc like structure, they contains the chlorophyll. Okay, so what are the function of plastids? So when we are going to discuss the function of plastids, there are usually three types of plastids. Okay, chloroplasts, leucoplast and chromoplast. So function of chloroplast is that they are green in color. Okay, remember, chloroplast is green in color, which traps the solar energy. Solar energy means the energy or the radiation from the sun. Okay, for the process of photosynthesis, for making food for the plants or for the process of photosynthesis, the chloroplast trap the solar energy. Okay, so next is your leucoplast. Leucoplast means it's a colorless that store starch and have no pigment. It is pigmentless. Okay, leucoplast is colorless and have no pigment. Okay, due to absence of pigment, it is colorless. Okay, next is your chromoplasts. So remember, there are three types of plastids: chloroplasts, leucoplasts and chromoplast. So chromoplast is what? They are variously colored. That means maybe green in color or yellow in color or different color, orange in color, to give varieties of fruits and all these things. Okay, now let's come to nucleus. Okay, nucleus means what? You remember that nucleus is the largest cell organelle present in the middle portion of the cell. Okay, inside a cell, the nucleus is present in the middle part of the cell. Okay, or in the center part of the cell. And remember, it is the largest cell organelle, that is spherical and dense in structure. Okay, it is usually spherical means usually round like structure. Okay, the nuclear membrane with pores, it has some nuclear membrane, it has some pores. Okay, that pores allow some substances to enter and live into the cell. So that pores means what? Small openings. Okay, they allow the entry and passage of substances in or into the nucleus. Okay, so next is your that nucleus regulates all the cell function. The function of the cell is regulated by the nucleus, and inside the nucleus you can get the nucleolus. Okay, in the diagram also you can see the middle portion of the nucleus is your nucleolus. Okay, the nucleolus is small round shape structure present inside the nucleus. So nucleolus is the round shaped structure which is present inside the nucleus. So the nucleus contains a round colored structure. Okay, inside the nucleus there is a round small structure that is called as your nucleolus. So the function of nucleolus, what is the function of nucleolus? Now it produces ribosomes. Remember, the nucleolus produces ribosomes that helps in the protein synthesis. Okay, and it takes, since it produces ribosomes, nucleolus takes part in the protein synthesis by forming RNA. Okay, RNA means deoxyribonucleic acid is your DNA, and RNA is only ribonucleic acid. Okay, so after that we will study more about the chromatin. Chromatin is otherwise called as chromatin fibers or chromatin threads. Okay, chromatin is otherwise known as your chromatin fiber, some call it chromatin threads also. Okay, so function of chromatin fibers or threads or chromatins is that they carry genes. Okay, they carry chromosomes which carry genes or the hereditary information. Okay, so hereditary information they carry from the parents to the offspring. So function of chromatin fiber is that they carry certain genes which help in the transformation of hereditary information from the parents to the offspring. Remember, chromatin fibers are made up of DNA threads. Okay, since they are made up of DNA threads, they are otherwise called as chromatin fibers or chromatin threads. Okay, so next we will come to the difference between plant cell and animal cell. It is very much important. Now also I am saying it may come in your exam to write 2 or 3 major difference between plant and animal cell. So remember, the first major difference is plant cells are usually larger than the animal cell. So remember that plant cells are usually larger than the animal cells, and remember animal cells are smaller than that of the plant cell. Okay, so this one is the first difference. Okay, in case of size. So cell wall, if we will say cell wall, that we can say that plant cell have a definite cell wall that is made up of cellulose, but there is no cell wall in case of animal cell. So cell wall case, you remember that plant cell is made up of cell wall. Okay, the cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cell wall is made up of cellulose in case of plant cell, but there is no cell wall in case of animal cell. You can easily write it down that cell wall is present in plant cell, but no cell wall is present in animal cell. Okay, so next you can say that since plastids are green colored pigment, you know green colored pigment means animals they don't have any green colored pigments, so plastids are absent in animal cell, but plastids are present in plant cell. So these are all the 3 parts we have completed. If you have any doubt or you want any more video, you can send me feedback. Okay, so now you are getting in slide that red blood cell. So red blood cell, while we are going to the shape and size of the cell, red blood cell are the smallest cell. Okay, so other smallest cell include your bacterial cell and cells, red blood cell in human body. So in next slide you are getting your neuron or nerve cell, which are the longest cell. Okay, remember neuron is the longest cell, and in the next slide that you are seeing in front of you, you are seeing a ostrich, that is the largest cell. So ostrich egg cell or ostrich egg is one of the largest cell. Okay, so this, in this part or in the whole chapter, we have completed all about the cell, that is the structural and functional unit of our life of a body. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe, like our channel. Please show some more support, share it with your friends, relatives and everyone. Okay, so we want that education must reach to each and every corner of the world. Okay, so that education must be free for all. Okay, no cost for education. We are going to school spending lot of money. By this way we can read it freely. Please subscribe and like and share.